Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Reflections of Darkness, episode number 3. Can you believe it? I know it was a bit late, but I was on vacation, and then I got back, and then I got sick, and then I got lazy, and then I just didn't do it. Now I'm releasing it, so now it's here. But again, welcome back to my lovely lair of eternal damnation, i.e., my bedroom. We have an amazing show for you tonight. At least I think it's amazing, and I hope you do too as well. Also, and if you don't, well then, still give it 5 stars and tell all your friends. Yeah. Tonight we're going to be talking about The Gate from 1987. And yes, I did say we. And no, I'm not talking about the royal we because I'm a queen. I'm talking about, I have my first guest, Mr. Christopher. Actually, I should say Sister Christopher. He is one of my closest sisters. And he is also a shitty horror aficionado. Should put that on a t-shirt. So yeah, without further ado, or wait, do I have any other ado to do? I don't know. I guess I can just do that at the end, you know. Okay. Enjoy The Gate. Tonight's movie is The Gate. And we have our very first and very special guest, Christopher. I didn't ask you if you wanted to be called by anything. Or if you wanted a pseudonym.
Chris is fine.
Okay. You don't want to put anything else out there? Sweet cream, you know.
She ain't ready. She ain't
ready for this?
She's not ready to come out yet.
Okay. Maybe next time. As you will find out sooner, maybe later. I don't know. But Christopher will be a guest host more often than not. Because he knows a lot about shitty 80s movies.
It's a passion.
It is a passion. And it's a passion that, you know, we share. Thank goodness, or we wouldn't be friends at all. So yeah, so you want to dive right in?
Yeah, let's dive into this. We watched The Gate.
Oh my god, The Gate from 1986.
And you've never seen this before.
Never seen this before. I don't know that I've ever even... I've not seen anything from it, like clips, memes, nothing.
I'm really surprised that you hadn't, because for me, I would rent this all the time as a kid.
Yeah, but maybe it's, you know, in Vermont, because, spoiler, he's from Vermont, is closer to Canada, where this movie was clearly filmed. They had HP sauce on the kitchen, so whatever.
But for me, it was always at like the mom and pop video store. Yeah. So I know like the VHS box art like in the back of my brain, and it's so it was like sort of a very important stepping stone for me into this particular area.
Well, as people found out last week, I clearly have only watched the same like 30 movies over and over and over again, and I thought I've seen every horror movie, and I clearly haven't. The first 2 movies I did, I had never seen.
Yeah.
The first one I loved. The second one, could go without. This one, it was pretty good. It had its points. The opening music, good, basic. Opening credits, there was no like cold open.
No. It's just red letters.
Yes.
On a black background.
Yes. I do like the fake out, the little kid walking through the empty house looking for his mother and his sister Al. Get to that later. And then he gets up in this fucking tree house, which clearly could have been an inspiration for Treehouse of Terror. The creepy doll, the lightning strike, which was really cool how they did that.
Yeah.
Him falling in that tree. Very good.
Gorgeous.
I loved that.
Hilarious.
And then he wakes up and it's a fucking dream.
Yeah.
It was like a Dynasty fake out. And for you out there who don't know what Dynasty is, Google it. Fucking millennial assholes anyway. So yeah, then he wakes up and
but the tree has fallen over.
Yes, the tree has fallen over. We find out he wakes up and these construction workers are cutting up this tree.
And he just puts on his little red jacket and goes out there.
Yeah.
In the middle of this, like, I don't know, I don't want to say construction zone, but it's clearly a dangerous situation.
A place where a child would get tetanus. Right?
Tetanus or something.
Something.
Knocked out by a fucking, I don't know, crane that they're using. Anyway. Then the little boy, they're moving all the trees out, and he finds this geode. Just sitting there. Gorgeous geode. That thing
Just
would be
ready to
worth
go.
so much money.
Ready to go.
Yeah, just ready. It's
Geodes.
beautiful, sparkly. So then he calls his weirdo friend. What was his name? Terry. Terry in the cool jacket. He had a cool jacket. He had cool jackets and like jean vests. Like, we like those, but everything else.
Terry was a pretty good fashion icon for
not with his pants up to his nipples. There's no way.
Okay, the pants selectively were questionable, but like the glasses, the jean jacket, the jean vests.
Not the glasses. What are you talking about? The glasses.
I love the glasses.
They were
I love
terrible.
them.
He had no lips.
Big nerd
Awful
glasses.
glasses, terrible hair.
No chin.
No. Fucking Alyssa Edwards, no chin. What else? Anyways, Nerd Boy falls into the fucking hole that just swamp gas comes out of, gets another geode, a bigger one, that's still closed.
Yeah.
And they take it up. And
they also, what is it? Steven Dorff. Or not Steven Dorff. Yeah.
Yeah, the little boy.
Yeah, Steven Dorff plays a little kid.
Gets a splinter.
The world's most disgusting, largest quote-unquote splinter.
But
It's
it
a
looks like it's in like
2x4.
fucking. It looks like it's in strawberry jelly on his hand.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not.
It's
so not good.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's a chunk of wood.
But I mean, as we'll learn later, that was like the blood sacrifice.
Well, yeah.
So spoilers, you know. So you get to meet the sister Al, who is going from tomboy, let's say.
Yeah, she's definitely transitioning from tomboy into girl that has dates.
I put Joe from Facts of Life to Blair. That's where she wants to go, but she doesn't quite make it.
I think Joe is a harder look than even her tomboy look. Her
That's
tomboy
true,
look
but she's
was
transitioning
kind of
out
soft.
of it. She's transitioning out of it.
She didn't have no leather jacket.
No, but she had the flannel shirts and the high jeans.
It was the 80s. Everyone had the high jeans, apparently.
I didn't. I don't know.
So we meet Al.
We meet Al, and she's, again, transitioning from tomboy to girl. She's a high school girl.
To woman.
To woman.
Girl to woman.
Girl to woman.
Oh my god, she's that Britney Spears song.
Don't bring that up. I'm not going to put that clip in here. Don't even think about it. What was I going to say? Oh, so we meet her friends at this point, right? Yeah, she goes to get in the car with her 80s typical teen friends.
Her friends.
Crimped hair, purple streaks, side ponies,
They
giant bangs.
Have it going on.
And all their clothes, except for the end with all that pastel posse shit.
No.
Everything at that party. Those clothes were everything. Oh. You would look good in all of them.
These girls knew how to dress.
Yes.
They went to the mall and they mauled hard. And they got the cutest outfits.
United Colors
ever.
of Benetton.
A lot of colors in that rainbow.
Yes, they were at the mall.
It was great.
Shopping at the mall.
Love it.
Then
we meet the parents though.
Well, no, wait, we got to do this first. The nerd has a bunch of moths in a jar.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, but all I see when I see that boy with fucking moths in a jar and is like, can they breathe? I'm like, that's Buffalo Bill happening, okay?
So
young Buffalo
movie
Bill.
If you want to watch it from the perspective that Terry's character
is Buffalo Bill,
is clearly a horrible person in the making.
And a serial killer.
It is very easy to see that.
Yes, this is a prequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Oof.
Prequel.
Yeah.
All right, and then the little boy's afraid of the dark. We meet the parents.
Matching husband, wife, 80s haircuts.
Exactly.
So terrible.
Permed. The guy has like a soft mullet, and then she's just kind of a puffy perm. But still, they went to the same place to get it done.
His perm is a little bit more wavy.
It's a little tighter.
No, hers is tighter.
No, hers is fluffy.
She has that like she has that like just like aggressive Brillo pad texture.
Sophia hair.
Yeah, her hair
Come
was
on,
a little bit more
Sophia.
Sophia.
And if
Yeah.
you don't know what Sophia we're talking about, stop listening to this podcast right now and kill yourself. It's from Golden Girls. Okay, I get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so we've been seeing the inside and the outside of this house where the kid and his sister lives. Crazy layout.
Yes, the house is unfortunate.
Nonsensical.
No.
There's
And
all these different roof
It really looks like they-
structures, petty corner doors.
yeah, it looks like they went to like a high school and was like, can we have your sets for a living room, a kitchen, and a bedroom, and just give us everything you got and we'll figure it out.
The kitchen is the worst.
The kitchen is the worst.
It's
I
like
mean,
a canary yellow
with purple and pink opposite walls,
walls. Yeah.
a striped rainbow tablecloth.
Oh, and that ugly clownish looking
Lampshade,
hanging
That somebody
light.
made
Ugh.
that day. They were just a white, and they're like, I get a red Sharpie and just color some stripes on it.
It is not good.
Done.
But we learned that the parents are going away for the weekend.
Yes, and don't have a party. So what do you do when you're in an 80s movie? You have a
Oh
party.
my god, party!
And first we get the awesome shot of her crimped hair, side pony.
I wrote
which is
crimped
amazing.
hair side pony party.
Yes.
It's a side pony party.
It's a side pony party.
And it is
There's so much hairspray in that house.
it's a rager too.
Oh, it is. And
There's
everybody
smoking, they're
is.
smoking, they're drinking, there's music, somebody's dancing.
Mhm. And then somebody, I guess, gets the bright idea to tell scary ghost stories. And so they've got all these goddamn candles, and these candles have the biggest flame on them. And I can only imagine it's because there's so much hairspray in that room.
It's just
in
the
air.
fumes.
Yeah,
Just the
It's
fumes.
about to go up. Is so much. Then fucking married to Jesus purity girl with a wedding ring in the shot
Yeah, that's the thing.
multiple times.
Oh, it's just like Cats. In
Oh.
Cats, Judi Dench,
I didn't
you can
see
see her.
Cats.
You can see her wedding ring in some shots.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Just like
Bible purity ring, whatever, awful outfit, nerd girl. I don't know how she got an invite to this cool party. Goes, let's do some witchcraft and like let's levitate some people, but they can't lift up teenagers. So they grab her little brother and he's like, and they levitate him, and he actually levitates up to the ceiling.
he had the fizzy lifting drink,
Yes,
crashes into the
the light.
ceiling and the light.
and then rips a sconce off the wall and then cries and runs
That-
to his room.
That sconce had it coming because it was ugly.
With everything in the house.
Ugh.
But then nobody is freaked out. They're just like, oh yeah, the kid just levitated into the
Yeah,
ceiling.
why not?
Whatever, don't cry. Everybody's done shit. I got pantsed in the gym and I threw up on this guy.
I wanted to know more about Al getting pantsed. What was that about?
I know it's out of nowhere.
Who did it? How did she recover socially?
But how are these people like, oh yeah, he just levitated. I still can't get over that. And they're just like, oh, whatever.
I mean, they're all drunk and high. They're teenagers. They're just
I
like,
guess.
"Ooh."
I guess. I don't know. So then we get so they all just go to sleep. And then Terry stays over. I don't even know what's the little boy's name. Stephen Dorff. Well, what was his character's name? I have no
I
idea.
just think his name is Stephen Dorff.
Anyways, he stays in that
this
boy's
movie.
bedroom, and the boy comes out and he sees his dead mom. Oh, spoiler! Terry's mom is dead.
Oh yeah, Terry's mom died a few months ago.
And it looks like they haven't cleaned their house since.
oh god.
It's disgusting. And the father's totally absent, and Terry's really into like metal and death, and
I mean, as one is at that age.
he's going down a path, serial killer. Not that metal makes you a serial killer, but he's
It
got all
helps
the classic
sometimes,
signs.
yeah.
So he sees his dead mother, and he goes to hug her, and he's hugging her, and then all of a sudden, he's holding a dead dog.
Their dog.
Their dog, Angus, right?
Angus,
Yes.
the dog that died.
Oh my god. Okay, then he just kind of throws the dog down, and I'm like serial killer. Mean to animals, kills moths, listens to metal.
May have
Serial
had
killer.
something to do with his dog's demise.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Could have hugged him to death, and we don't know. So yeah, dead dog. I also have this note that says crawling wall effect.
Oh yeah. During the night when Stephen Dorff's character is like half awake, half asleep.
Oh right. The
There's
moths
that,
are in the wall.
Yeah, the moths cast a shadow on the wall, and then like there's that Freddy Krueger, like something
Wall
behind the
sheet thing,
wall, like pushing through kind
Yes.
of a deal.
Okay, so cut to the next day. We've got the Sister Al in an awesome Joker outfit. Green
Yeah.
top, purple pants in her yellow kitchen.
Purple jeans.
Purple jeans, yes.
Purple jeans. And they're like a nice lilac.
Yes. And then
Not
what happens?
plum or anything.
The pastel posse, all the girls of Benetton come in, and they're in
All-
all different shades of pastels.
Both of them.
Well, yes. All three of them now are just like the pastel posse. And
Yeah.
the girl's hair is unfortunate. The one
There's-
girl has 4 different color socks on.
So it's like this, like in the back is like parted,
It's like a bob.
and it's like a bob in the back.
And in the front, it's just straight
but
up.
it's like it's like a something about Mary.
It's worse than that. Because it's
straight
also
up.
ratted and straight up.
Yeah. She put effort into that.
She put something into that.
Oof.
Yeah. There's some great conversation between the kid and the teens.
What happened last night?
What?
The levitation. You guys were there.
Hey, little man. It was just an illusion.
What do you know, lover boy?
What is your problem?
You, Alexandra.
You're acting like a baby.
Just shut up. Fag.
Hey!
Trez uncool.
Then you get the... If you don't like... what is the word I want? The word fag? That's the word I want. Well, then you don't want to watch this movie because they use it a few times.
It's
A lot.
two or three times.
Yeah.
but like
Well, that's a lot, and especially when you're not expecting
the
it.
first time,
Steven Dorff is just
Steven Dorff's character throws it out at this girl.
no, the guy eating a cereal.
Oh, that's right. He's eating that cereal. Oh, yeah. Al's boyfriend is over during breakfast, and they're eating, and he's just like, "The dog died. We should totally call mom and dad." And blah blah blah. blah. They're not listening to him, and he leaves the room, and he just randomly throws it out at Al's boyfriend. And he's just like, "Fuck," and just
Yes.
keeps walking.
It's
kind of a boss moment.
It is.
I know that it's terrible.
no, it
to
is
say
terrible,
that,
but it is
it's
hilarious when it
so
happens.
hilarious.
Especially when now it has no power over me, but back then it would have. I'd have been like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he said that." Anyway, but yes, but this is also the scene where we get to see the pineapple bolo tie that one of the pastel posse is wearing.
It is, and it's not even. I mean, it feels weird to say this. It's not even a good pineapple bolo tie.
Is
but
there such a thing?
But it looks weirdly handmade.
Well, yeah, it could
It
have been.
looks
They
like-
could have made it in like
it looks
home
like
ec
a
or something.
one of a kind. Like,
Oh, I'm sure.
Who
else would have this?
It looked heavy in a way that bolo ties I wouldn't expect to be
Yes.
heavy. It did not look great. Yeah.
All right, so then we cut to Terry in his bedroom listening to death metal.
Yeah.
That is the Book of the Dead that somebody's just singing to.
Yeah.
And he figures out that what they did last night with the splinter and the levitating and what was the other thing?
The dog.
The dog sacrifice, that they opened a portal to hell. And so they have to close it.
And they're going to do this with the help of the Dark Book,
The Dark Book by Sacrifix,
which is called the Bible for Demons.
yeah, I don't know.
Which was a very confusing statement for. I was like,
Yes.
what does that even mean?
Right. This is also where, well, afterwards, I think this is where Brad goes to get rid of the dog's body.
In
he-
like the world's worst ways.
Right. Well, he goes. Where does he go first? Like
He
the
tries to go to an
pound?
animal hospital first, and he
They're
says,
closed.
Yeah, they're closed. He's like, "No vacancy, pal," and it just cuts to a shot of this dead dog.
Poor dog.
Oh,
And so he brings it back to their house, and he's like ringing the bell with the dog in his arms.
try
Like,
and kick in the
hey,
door.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Your dog. He goes around back. What does he find? The hole. Of course, the hole.
So what are you
then
gonna
we get
do?
it. Put it in the hole.
Put it in the hole.
Got to do it.
Gotta.
Al comes back trying to mend fences with I still don't know this boy's name. I gotta find this out. Steven Dorff.
Stephen
Dorff. What is it? Dorff?
Dorff.
Anyway, trying to, mend things. He got him a new rocket, and they set up the rocket like immediately, and Steven Dorff, Glenn, his name's Glenn, pulls out this just box of matches in his pocket. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not safe. I'm like, this was the 80s. I understand. But
Yeah.
just have a box of matches in your pocket.
Well, I mean, that's what you do when your parents are out of town. You have drinking, smoking, levitating parties, and carry matches in your pocket.
I guess so.
You know,
But
it's fun.
So the girls are having a little slumber party night. So the three girls, AJ, no, what's her name? Al. Useless and annoying. The other two.
The other two.
They streak her hair. And the two boys are in the closet looking for a rocket. And then they find a gun. And I was like, oh, this is going to go bad. It's like a PSA from the 80s. Don't play with your dad's gun. Oh, no, it's loaded. Yeah.
I learned it from you, Dad.
The two girls come in and have that iconic line with,
What are you doing? Probably fagging off. What'd you do to your face?
None of your beeswax, Four Eyes.
I think it's a definite improvement.
Hey,
eat your feet, dwarf.
Suck my nose till my head caves in.
Why don't you grow up?
Drop dead.
Up yours.
Piss
Why
off!
don't you shut up?
which is, probably fagging off, which I don't condone this at all.
I love that used as a verb.
Probably fagging off, Is that like faggy jerking off together, or is that like, I don't know.
It could be anything.
I guess.
Like it could be as innocent as just
Kissing. That's not innocent. I don't know.
listening to some Judy Garland albums like that. Like it could be innocent. It could be sweet. She
Totes
doesn't
fagging
know.
off. Listen to
She
Judy
doesn't-
Garland album.
She doesn't know. Useless and or annoying don't know what goes on in that world.
They don't know a lot. They're terrible.
Those two.
Then we have some sort of moth special effects that were terrible. I don't know what that was from, but I wrote that it was terrible.
The mods break through at night.
Oh yeah, break through the
In
window.
Glenn's bedroom, they break through the window and like they're just everywhere and they're huge.
But they're like-
and it's like this chroma key effect that's really rough around the
I have
edges.
no idea what that is, but I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
This is also where you get the bed under the monster arms, which are really cool. I like those.
Slimy giant
The
hand.
one at the end is really, really
Oh.
long. It's got like 2 joints on it.
So like because I saw this movie as a kid, there's certain sequences of it that totally stick inside my brain in terms of just being like illogical childhood fears, and giant slimy hand underneath the bed easily
Totally one of them.
top 5.
Well,
top 5 of my illogical fears of
One
my
thing we
childhood.
did miss though, right before
Oh.
the monster arms was the Terry and the dead dog switch. So there's something moving under that blanket and they think it's Terry and they're like, oh, that's really funny. And Terry's behind him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they pull back the cover
that
and
was
it's
a
the
pretty
dead
good
dog.
moment. That was a pretty good moment.
Yeah, it was a good switch. I liked it. Then they run again and they go out the front door and who's there but the terrible haired parents? But it's not them.
I also love this moment.
Yes, this
and
moment's
this
great.
is also in my top 5 of illogical fears as a child.
Oh, your dad's head caving in and being full of slime and falling off.
The parent fake out with the face melter.
And then the mom
business.
just cackling.
The
like
mom
crazy.
is loving it. Demon mom is like so amused by all of this.
She should have got an Oscar for that
Like,
laugh alone. Yeah,
This is so good.
I will put it in.
Oh.
Yes. Then you finally get to see the little. Oh, they go back in the house. They go out the back door,
Yeah.
and then you see the little what we thought were claymation, but they're not. We looked it up.
Well, some of the shots are claymation, not all of them.
They said they were forced perspective.
Yes.
People in little suits.
Yeah, but they're
But the way they're moving.
But
they
we're talking about these like demon creatures.
Yes.
That are about like I don't know, like
they're
knee
tiny.
high.
Yeah, maybe not even that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why don't you just kick them? They're just tiny. Kick them.
They just look so creepy.
They did. They looked
They are
like.
legitimately creepy in that kind of like way that only practical effects can look.
But they look like the monsters from Sleepwalkers when you see them in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
When was Sleepwalkers?
90.
Oh, really?
Something
90s?
early 90s? 90 or 91?
I own that movie and I don't even know. Anyway, so yes, parents' head falls off, crazy claymation things. They go to use the phone, Oh no, the phone's ringing.
The phone's ringing.
She
Yeah.
answers it, and it's very. I thought it was going to be very like Nightmare on Elm Street, where the tongue comes out.
Yeah.
But it lights on fire.
Which I think is pretty awesome.
It was, but I like the effect on the wall where it like melts
Melted
into itself.
Yeah.
That
it,
was cool.
implodes.
Yeah, some of the effects in this movie were good, and some were just terrible. And I've looked up. It doesn't say anything about who did it. Like maybe if it was multiple people did certain things.
Yeah.
Some people need to be fired. Some people needed to be good.
Ugh.
Oh God. Oh. So they go look back in the back, and the hole is there again, and it's something's
mystery
happened.
hole.
Yes, and it's glowing purple, and we have a lovely rendition of Purple Hole.
Purple hole.
It's Prince in the Hole.
Purple hole. I only want to see you dancing in my purple hole.
That's making the podcast.
Purple hole.
That is making the podcast. Sorry about it. Happening now. Then they try to close it with the Bible verse, which whatever, they're going to do it. They're working on it. All the stuff is
Sure.
sucking back in it. Looks like it's working. Then Terry, stupid, falls down the hole. And he falls forever.
But it's kind of amazing.
It's a great shot.
It's a beautiful shot. It makes it look like he has fallen down into the hole the length of a football field.
Yes, it's very
Just-
down into the hole
Just
in Alice in
all the
Wonderland.
way down to hell.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And the little like demon creatures, the little tiny ones
Yes.
come out, and like the first one's like, what's happening? And he like waves at it, and then the second one just runs out and bites him in the leg. I was like, kick them across the room. So then he has to like climb back out of this hole, which takes forever because he went down so far.
Like 5 miles.
Yeah,
down
and she like
underneath
they
the
give him like a
surface of
little rope swing, which doesn't even go like 4 feet into the hole.
No.
But he finally gets out, and they close it, and it explodes, and then it fills in, and they're all happy and jumping up and down on the hole, which, smart, because if it goes back down, they go back in the house.
Everything's
No.
totally cool.
No.
Yeah.
They hear noises, remember?
Noises.
Noises in the closet.
Oh, that's right.
And they open the closet, and guess what? It's useless and annoying, with garlic around their neck, and candles, and knives, and the sign of a cross. Oh, so helpful in a crisis.
They're the worst.
They were the worst.
Oh.
And then I have this thing. Oh yeah, so Terry gets sucked into the wall by the zombie guy who he made up. And then he wasn't there. And in my head I was like, "Oh, I bet he wasn't even real."
Yeah,
I bet this was like very what's that, Fight Club, and it was all in Glenn's head. Terry wasn't there the entire time. It was just Glenn telling him to like open this thing, say this demon thing,
Yes.
But sadly it was him. He runs to get the gun because the little demons are back.
Yeah.
In
What does he
Sister's
find?
room.
What does he find inside that closet?
It's Terry, right?
Demon Terry.
Demon Terry.
Who just like starts biting him.
He just grabs onto his hand and won't let go.
Very strange that these demons are very focused on biting people.
They are very bitey.
They have these claws on their hands. Not going to use those.
Nope.
Like, just bite people.
Well, that and before,
just
like you
bite
said,
people.
the demons broke through that one door, but then the closet door that's just slats, they're like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah, these demons are very selective about what they will and will not use.
But I do like how they got Demon Terry off of him. Barbie leg to the eye. Just stabbing him in the eye with a Barbie leg.
Rushes in,
Yeah.
there to help out Glenn, picks up a Barbie.
She looks around. There's a guns here somewhere, but
she's like,
look at that Barbie.
Shotgun, hanger, Barbie leg. Get that
Well,
stab
in the 80s,
right in the eye.
Barbie's foot was like fucking. She was almost on point all the time.
Yeah, but wasn't it like bendy?
Nah, well,
I
a
don't
little
think
bit.
I don't.
But
like,
she only stuck it in like that far up to the knee, and you saw the blood after.
But
it
that
comes
thing
out.
like stuck inside of
Demon Terry. eye.
Terry's eye socket.
But they do like also like fucking with eyes in this movie. We'll get to
Yeah,
it.
we'll get to that's coming up, and that's a pretty good one too. I love that.
So yeah, I comment again in my notes that I like the little creatures. I think they're really well done.
Yeah, there's this one shot of the guy that Terry made up about being dead inside of the walls of their house, and
That's
he falls over, and as soon as he hits the ground,
They
he
all
like
turn into the little
turns into
claymation
it's
people.
really great shot.
It is really
really cool stuff.
Another one that's really cool is towards the end, after Al and Terry have been sucked into the walls, the floorboards of the house start falling into this giant pit. And it is a really cool shot. I don't know how they did it, but it was a cool shot. Then you see the monster at the end, which is the giant monster from the Book of the Dead with the little arms. And
It looks so confusing.
it does, because
It does not look like the coolest, most badass demon that whatever is beyond the gate.
he looks
has
like
to offer.
Gumby's bad cousin.
It's
It's not as good as the like little claymation
The little
people.
demons are legitimately creepy.
If they had like one
Legitimately.
giant of that, that'd be cooler.
I think that's what they were trying to do, but
It just
like,
didn't work
it just
out.
doesn't work out.
Then the monster just kind of touches him and he gets an eye on his hand, Glenn.
Yeah, he looks at his
Which-
palm.
And it's an eye.
His palm winks at him because he has
Which,
an eye there. And I'm
Honestly,
like,
gives me like shudders of like, how would you like jerk off with an eye on your hand?
you looking at
You
him
would totally
close.
get some in your eye. And it would burn.
It burns.
Boy flying out of the house.
Oh, that's right. The demon, the king demon, basically does something. He like knocks Glenn over.
Oh, right.
And basically sends him flipping head over heels multiple times
Also bad effect.
out of the house.
Yes, totally would have died. This would have killed him.
Is probably the most laughable effect in this movie.
Yes.
Oh god.
Well, then, no, he just shoots him with a rocket. Like the plastic fucking rocket that goes into his chest and kills him. I mean, this is a fucking demon, okay? And a little toy rocket is going to kill it?
So, question. I feel like rockets as toys for children, like I know that they still exist,
Yes.
but like those feel like a very uniquely 80s thing.
I guess. I never had one, so I don't know.
That's
but-
what I was going to ask. Like, did you have one of those as a
No.
kid, or did you do that science experiment?
No. But I've seen it, and they really don't have that much power.
No, they really don't.
And the one he had was like there was fucking booster rockets at it in the end.
Ugh.
It was bad. It was not smart. And then when the demon dies, he turns into little purple sparks that fly up into the air and make purple fireworks.
It just looks like 4th of July.
Yeah, totally.
It
Purple 4th of
just
July.
looks like
It's
purple
all
4th of
purple.
July.
So, one thing I don't understand, and like, are we towards the end here?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're pretty much at the end. We're at the end. Okay, the sun comes up, the demon's
it's a new day.
dead, it's a new day, and this house is fucking destroyed.
Wrecked.
Rubble.
Wrecked.
Tear it down and start over.
Like,
And they don't show the parents coming home.
they don't-
Even if they just showed a shot of the parents driving up and like stopping with their eyes like huge, it would have been hilarious.
Or like you see a car drive up and it pans away, and you hear off screen like the mom just go, "What? What's happening in my house?"
exactly anything. But all we get is Terry saying, "Do you think they'll notice?" No. Okay. I mean, that was funny, but I wanted to see the parents react. I wanted to see the father's head explode for real because this house is destroyed.
That is actually pretty interesting, because it's like after you do the parent fake out, that's the last time you see those. You see anybody in the role of
the parents.
the parents.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, what they were probably missing was like some sort of callback to that moment.
Right.
The kid, like, the parents show back up. The kid's like hesitant to hug them or something.
Right.
And,
exactly.
Yeah,
that would have been
that would have
perfect.
been pretty interesting.
But I mean, it ended. We do know that there is a gate 2. I have not seen that either.
It's not that. It's
But Terry comes back, the actual actor and the character.
Yeah.
So we know that there is a tie-in somehow.
The last time I remember watching it, I remember thinking this is not nearly as good as the first one.
Oh, well, there you go. So that was The Gate from 1986.
What were your thoughts as somebody who has never seen this before?
I don't know that it would be one that I go back to a lot. It was interesting
Okay.
and fun. Like if it was on, I'd probably like if I was just skipping around and I saw it kind of in the
Yeah.
middle, I'd probably finish it. It's kind of fun, and I like the little claymation guys and some of the effects.
Yeah, for me, it's sort of like because of seeing it as a kid a
It's
bunch of times.
nostalgic, yeah.
There's a really strong nostalgia vibe with it, and to be honest, like in my brain, it sort of is like a horror movie version of The Goonies because it has.
But the Goonies are so good.
But like,
And this isn't
think
that
about. But like, Glenn's character is a lot like Mikey's. He has an older sibling who's kind of treating him like garbage.
Yes.
He has the
But
best
I mean, that's
friend
just
like
an
Mouth.
80s trope. I mean, that's just you. That's in a lot of 80s movies.
Yeah,
You know.
but like when I think of that movie, I think of like that's the kind of tone or sensibility that I think it's striving for.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's maybe one of those things is like 80s kids probably have stronger
Right. The ones who watched this.
memory. Yeah, they probably have stronger feels for this.
Right. I'm sure when this came out, though, it wasn't. Was it well received? Do we know?
Oh, I have no idea.
I could probably look.
I mean,
that
I'm
up.
pretty sure it was okay, but like.
But it was
not-
1986. I feel like 86 to like 89 was like transition years of movies and shit.
It looked like peak 80s was happening in this movie.
Well, it looked like peak.
peak
But,
peak
like-
80s fashions for ladies.
No, like peak.
all over this movie.
What's the word I want? You know what everybody thinks the 80s look like. You know.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
that's not really what they were wearing?
It wasn't. Nobody was wearing like day glow stuff.
But it was almost on par.
But I mean, we had the pastel posse kind of
and
representing
all the crimped
that.
hair and we got to remember this was Canada.
So much crimping.
This was Canada in the 80s. So,
Yeah, so-
it was just a little bit behind where we were at that point.
The hair crimping budget.
Amazing.
I mean,
I need a haircut.
worth every penny.
Worth every penny. Fuck yeah. Who does? And the hairspray budget too
Oof.
was good.
Oof.
So yeah, that was again The Gate from 1986. Is there anything you want to plug? Any final thoughts?
I think this is a movie that I would want to share with other people so they can see like they can see like something that maybe isn't super scary.
Oh, it's not scary at all.
Well, I mean, there's some creep. I feel like some of the special effects were better
The
than
zombie
others.
was good.
But
The
like
little claymation people were good, but not scary to me.
no. Like it's
It's
this would be a
80s.
good entry level movie to kind of get into 80s horror.
Right.
Because it has like the Spielbergian kind of kids in danger.
Very. The opening
themes.
reminded me of E.T.
Yeah.
You know, suburban kid on his bike. Yeah. Very, very.
So like I
Very
feel like it's that. I think it's like that kind of transition film, and I'll have to look it up again. I don't know if this was PG-13 or just a really hard PG rating with people dropping the F-bomb.
It was PG-13. Came out in
Okay.
1987.
Okay.
It was
1987.
filmed in
okay.
86. Yeah.
Filmed in 86, released 86. Okay, that makes sense. Because, like, yeah, there's parts of it where I'm like, oh, this is kind of like PG-13, kind of like spooky, scary. Are you afraid
Yeah.
of the dark kind of material?
But a little darker. Like I said,
little
it
darker than
reminded me
that.
of Return to Oz. That kind of feel
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, because everything was just like, it definitely is a movie made with children in mind.
Right. But it's dark.
But it is significantly darker than or dark in a way that I think like a lot of 80s movies were for kids.
Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, I kind of like that atmosphere, that ambiance.
Totes.
Yeah.
Totes. Okay. Well, that is all. And we will say goodbye. You don't have anything to plug? Instagram, Facebook, nothing.
I'm good. People know where to find me.
I'll put my plugs after this.
Yes.
Well, again, that was 1987's The Gate. I know I kept saying 1986, but it's 1987. Whatever. So yeah, that was our first guest co-host thing. Went pretty well. Sister Christopher is amazing. Rating, we didn't rate it on there and we forgot, but I give it, I don't know, 6 out of 10 purple holes. So yes, my rating system, I'm just gonna pull something from every movie and use that. So yes, 6 out of 10 purple holes. Probably wouldn't go back, but it was a fun watch, and if it was on, like if I was flipping through the channels, if I had cable like a normal person, I'd stop and watch it because it's pretty fun, but not a go-to first in line movie for me. Still pretty good. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything, you can message me on Instagram at Reflections of Darkness, or my personal Instagram, Evil Queen SF. So give us a follow. Also subscribe to the podcast, rate and review it. 5 stars are great, 4 are okay, but 5 are better. Definitely leave me a review, and also leave me any comments, things I could do better, things you like, things you don't like, things, movies you want to see in the future or hear me talk about in the future. So yeah, until next time, this is Evil.